Hello everyone, this is Abir Al-Haiki, and today in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to do a very simple animation for the logo in Adobe After Effects CC 2018. So first I'm going to show you the result and what I'm going to teach you today. As you can see, it's very simple but attractive. So first you open Adobe After Effects and you create a new composition. And now I'm going to create a solid layer, going to Layer, New, Solid. And I will name it Background. And I'm going to change the color. Or maybe I like it, I want it to be dark. And now I will add a texture for my background. I'll drag it. And I'm going to drag this texture above my background layer and rename it to texture. Now I'm going to change the mode, but first let me just scale it and make it fit the composition. Just like that. And now I'm going to change the mode for this image of the texture. If the mode does not appear in your After Effects, just right click here and go to columns and make sure that the mode is clicked. And now you go to the mode and change the mode from normal to divide. That's how it's gonna look like. Great. Now I'm going to drag my logo here to my composition and drag it down above the background layers and rename it to logo. And now I want to scale it down because it's too big. So we go to the scale and scale down. And make sure it is in the middle. If you want to align it, you can click this and this button so it's be in your middle of the background or the composition. Okay, now we have our logo layer. I'm going to add a 3D layer to my logo layer. If this icon does not appear, right click and go to the columns and make sure that you're clicking the switches. And now I'm going to add a 3D layer to my logo, and now I'm going to add an effect to my logo, and this effect is called Card Wipe. And I will drag the effect into my logo, and as you can see, and now I will change the settings here. We have the transition completion 25, we will change it to 0. And the rows, we are going to change it to 0. And the columns, we're going to change it to the 15. Okay, and now I'll choose where I want to animate my logo. I'll be here at the 6th second, and I will change, or I will keep my settings, and I'll just add a keyframe here for the transition completion and make sure it's 0, and go to the beginning and change the transition completion to 50%. And now go back again to the 6th second, just right here, and here I want to make a keyframe or insert a keyframe for the position. I am not going to change the position, and the orientation, I'll keep it in the same position and the same orientation here. I'll go to the beginning now. Now I'll change the position and change the orientation too. So the last value of the position, you drag it to the left to make it bigger. Just like that. I don't want the logo to appear in my composition. Just like that. Make it disappear by making it very big. And now for the orientation, the last value, I'm going to change it to 180 degrees. Okay, and now I have these keyframes. I'm going to select them all, and I want to easy ease them, so I click on F9 on the keyboard to easy ease them. So let's see the result. It would look like that. And why I did the easy ease, just to make the animation looks more smooth or smoother. And now I'm going to add a text layer by clicking here, right click, new text, and here you add your text. Select the controller. So this text is the name of my logo, the controller, and you can add any name for your text, for your logo I mean. And now I'm going to add an effect for this text. But first, let me position it in the right position. Check the size of the logo and the size of the text are the same, and I'll go to the position and make it down right here, and everything is good. And now I will add the effect on my logo, but first I want it to be at this point. Now I open the effect and I type Y cascade this effect and drag it to my text layer. And now let's see. Have a look. How does it look like? It looks good. And now I will add the last effect on my logo here, the last effect on my logo, and the effect is going to be CC light sweep. Drag it to my logo, and this will appear with the anchor point where you can move the light to left or right. And for here I'm going to change the settings. For the direction I will change it to 38, and for the sweep intensity I'll change it to 50, and for the width I'll change it to 63. Now it looks good, and I'll do the animation right now. Here, I want this light to be here at this position, and I will click on the center to create a keyframe, and I will move on until here. I will change the direction of this light like that, and let's see the result, if it did work or not. Just like that. It's very smooth and very simple and attractive at the same time. And I hope you really learned from this tutorial. It's really simple, and you will use it in your advertisement for your business. If you have a business and your business have a logo and you're going to create an advertisement video for your business, of course you're going to include the logo in your video, and better to have an animation and effect on this logo to look more attractive and catch the viewer's eyes. So I hope you learned, and you can actually use, there are several and many of effects in After Effects that you can use. So I only chose a few effects that are really interesting and suit the logo in After Effects. And thank you very much. I hope you learned and enjoyed at the same time. Thank you.